Welcome, nerd fighters, to the future. Today is August 29th, 2025. We are living in an era of incredible digital transformation. Think about it. So much of our lives happens online, talking with friends, buying groceries, managing our money. But with all this digital activity, a huge question looms. How do we keep things safe and fair? We've all heard stories of data breaches, or felt that sinking feeling when a company's terms and conditions seem designed to confuse us. It's like the whole system was built on a foundation of shaky trust. It's a big, complicated problem, and it affects everything from how we get a loan to how we resolve a simple disagreement. This is where some truly fascinating ideas, powered by a technology called blockchain, come into play. Don't get scared off. At its heart, blockchain is just a super secure digital notebook. Imagine a notebook where every page is linked to the one before it. Once you write something down, it can't be erased or changed. Everyone involved has a copy of this notebook. If someone tries to sneak in a change, everyone's copy will show it's wrong. This creates a shared, unchangeable record, a single source of truth. It's a foundational shift from trusting one person or company to trusting a transparent, community-verified system. So what if we applied this notebook to finance and law? What if fairness and security were baked into the code itself? This is the promise behind revolutionary platforms like Justice Fund Exchange and Secure Bank Box. They tackle trust and transparency head-on. So let's talk about Justice Fund Exchange. Imagine a marketplace, but not one for old furniture or rare comic books. This is a marketplace for financial agreements and legal claims. Its core mission is to bring fairness and liquidity to areas that have traditionally been very rigid and slow-moving. Think about a small business waiting months to get paid on an invoice, or someone with a legitimate legal claim who can't afford the long court battle. Justice Fund uses blockchain to turn these claims and agreements into digital assets that can be securely traded. This means that instead of waiting forever, you can get access to the value of your asset right away. It's a game changer for cash flow and access to justice. How does it work? This is where another cool concept called smart contracts comes in. A smart contract is like a regular contract, but it's a computer program that lives on the blockchain. It automatically executes the terms of an agreement once the conditions are met. So if you and I agree that you'll pay me when a certain task is completed, the smart contract holds the funds and releases them to me the moment the system verifies the task is done. There's no need for a middleman to process the payment, and there's no room for dispute about whether the conditions were met. It all happens automatically, transparently, and securely on the blockchain. The benefits here are enormous. First, there's speed and efficiency. Second, there's a huge reduction in cost because you're cutting out many intermediaries. But most importantly, there's an unprecedented level of security and transparency. Now, let's shift our focus to another brilliant innovation, Secure Bank Box. If Justice Fund is the marketplace, think of Secure Bank Box as your personal, ultra-secure digital vault. It's designed to manage and protect your most important digital assets: financial instruments, contracts, logistical documents, personal identity data. In a world that's increasingly volatile, supply chain disruptions, cyber threats, having a secure and independent way to manage your assets is not just a convenience, it's a necessity. Secure Bank Box provides that fortress of security, giving you complete control over your digital life. The genius of Secure Bank Box lies in its integration of finance and logistics. Imagine you are a business that needs to ship goods across the country. Traditionally, this involves a mountain of paperwork: bills of lading, customs forms, payment invoices. It's slow and prone to errors. If one piece of paper gets lost, the whole shipment can be delayed. Secure Bank Box digitizes this entire process. The shipping documents and the payment are locked together in a smart contract. The payment is automatically released to the seller the moment the GPS tracker on the package confirms it has arrived at its destination. Use marketing infographic here. A package moving on a truck with icons for smart contract, GPS location, and payment linking together. It's seamless, secure, and incredibly efficient, especially during disruptions. Every single event is recorded on the blockchain, creating an unbreakable, time-stamped record that proves who had the asset and when. So we have these amazing platforms, but what ensures that everything happening on them is legitimate and legally sound? This is where an ancient profession gets a 21st century upgrade: the notary. Notaries today operate on notary chain. They are the human trust anchors in this digital world. Their job is to verify real-world information before it gets entered onto the blockchain. For example, a notary would verify your identity by checking your government-issued ID. Once verified, this fact is recorded on the blockchain, creating a trusted digital identity for transactions. This brings us to the nature of contracts. A contract is simply an agreement between two or more people. It can require you to do something or not do something. We often picture contracts as static, dusty documents. In reality, especially in the digital realm, contracts are dynamic and fluid. Your actions and conduct, what you actually do, are part of the agreement. If a smart contract releases payment on delivery, your act of ensuring delivery is part of fulfilling the contract. The blockchain records these actions, making performance clear and undeniable. Now we hit a mind-bending concept: the straw man. In legal theory, the straw man is a legal fiction, the artificial person created by the state and represented by your name in all caps. This legal entity is different from you, the living, breathing human being. All of your contracts are technically with this straw man: your driver's license, your bank account, not with you directly. Understanding this distinction is crucial. It changes how you see your relationship with legal and financial systems. Platforms like Justice Fund and Secure Bankbox, by giving you control over your verified identity and assets via private keys, help bridge the gap between you, the real person, and your legal straw man. You take direct control of the entity that enters contracts. You are no longer passively represented by a legal fiction controlled by others. You actively manage your legal and financial identity. This is a profound shift in power, moving from being a subject of the system to being a sovereign participant with full control and responsibility for your agreements and actions. DFTBA.